Dante's Inferno is God of War. I'm not going to try to be cool here and be the only review in existence not to make this specific comparison, but it is completely true. The game plays exactly the same and contains so many of the same positives and minuses. Right there, you should probably already know whether or not you're interested. Does the fact that Dante's Inferno copies God of War so much really bring it down? The fighting system, weapons, sense of progression, brutality, and everything else falls right in line. But is that bad? No, not really. Seriously, God of War is probably the most uncreative series I have ever seen. The game is so straightforward and by the numbers in certain specific senses that it was just only a matter of time before someone created it. Not to say that it doesn't do the things that it does well, but the ideas are just very obvious. It was just statistically bound to happen eventually. Of course, there are people that think that God of War actually copied Rygar anyway, but we're not going to go into that. But really, I just think that about anything that compares to God of War should probably get a free pass because the concept alone is completely unoriginal. Dante's Inferno hits a home run straight out of the park when it comes to atmosphere and mood. A couple hours with this and hell will surely never find its way on any future vacation list you may someday devise. This crap is just gruesome and twisted with dead bodies just pouring out of the walls and suffering creatures everywhere. The game is just unpleasant and probably even difficult to look at for some. It's a game that details the journey of a sinned man named Dante through the 9 circles of hell. It does a stellar job at maintaining the evil ambience throughout. Dante's Inferno is all about the endless fighting, where you're beating the hell out of everything in sight, from fat, disgusting sloths to decrepit female creatures to demonic infants that have never even been baptized. Once you wrap your head around the battle system, it will start to feel badass. I remember struggling with a boss early on where you need to dodge all over the place and block certain attacks and all of that. By the time I finally did beat him though, I felt like I was in control. Another wave of stronger enemies then follows up to keep the action going, but by this time I was just so ready to lay them all to waste and it was awesome. I could just start to feel out when the right time to evade would be. I was able to wipe the floor with what was previously giving me quite a bit of trouble, and it felt damn good. It was badass. Sadly though, Dante's Inferno then just goes on and on and on. Cool ass bosses appear here and there, but the endless baddies do start to get old. It really feels like this game needed a few more elements to perhaps the battle system or just the gaming concept overall. The unlocked magic that you get as you slowly press on keeps things a little more interesting, but it depletes too quickly to really be a game changer, and the game slowly starts to deliver less and less rushes until it starts to actually just feel like a chore to play. I was having so much fun for the first few hours vicariously taking my tour through hell, but eventually the gameplay just ceased to be as exciting as it was, and the highs became much less frequent. People who absolutely love these games will probably at least want to give this game a single playthrough. It's definitely not bad, just not that exciting when all is said and done. I'm glad I was able to check it out though. Dante's Inferno for the Xbox 360 receives a 6 out of 10.